Yeah. This here is where you learn about the different um pressure points of the body for Aikido, right? Now, like in Judo or Jiu-Jitsu, they might show you a little bit more, a little bit less, right? Let's see. Now, how do I know I can do all this? I did it with the book, right? See, I watched the technique and did it when I was what? First bought the book, right? When I was also what? Younger. Around 200 pounds then, right? Right. And could still do some of it, right? So was I a technical black belt then? Yeah. Right. In judo too, right? Now, this mainly shows you the throwing techniques, right? Right. Even without a partner, if you can learn the dynamics of it, right, you can do it by watching. Right, there it is. Right. That's it. See, these are pressure points for judo, right? See, they should be similar, right? Exactly, right. And targets, right? The groin, testicles, both kidneys, right? The solar plexus, the elbows, right? The throat, the cheek, the temples, and the top of the head, right? Right. Just to name a few, right? Exactly. And see, then they talk about Randori, which is free practice, right? And they show you even how to do some of that a little, right? Right. Now, the thing is, Tori is the thrower, like I said, and Uke is the one thrown, right? So I know that, right? But some of this is favorable towards the Tori, always, even if the Uke could retaliate. That's the problem there, Japanese people, right? Though I'm an American people, right? And we're all people, right? People are people. We're all people. You people, what you mean? We're all people. I'm a people too. I'm a people person. Are you a people person? You want to get offended though easily because I say you people. What does that mean, right? I'm not a people too. No. Any people who act like they don't want to get along, right? Well, the problem again I have with George and his death, right, is it took him 8 minutes to die. But how long will it take you to drown in the pool? Less than 2. That's why it seems kind of crazy to me, that the officer A held him down for that long either way, and that finally, after 9 minutes of that shit, he died. That's crazy too, I know. A normal person would die if they really can't breathe within 2 minutes, right? Or less. Now, how do I know this? You ever played the game of pool? I mean, swimming in the pool and holding your breath, right? Most people can barely hold their breath for a minute. And you mean to tell me this guy was being choked for 9 minutes and didn't pass out until after 9 minutes and he died? Yeah. That sounds so full of shit to me, right? Knowing what I know about it. I don't know how to take the whole trial. I know you don't. And you're talking like this to the average American citizen who don't know what I know, right? So they're going to get pissed off with everybody especially African American people, right? And you're creating your own little race war there by doing all this. There you are. Yep. Because see, a normal man would die within 3 minutes if you're choking him and he can't breathe, right? He lasted double that, 3 times that time, right? And that's why I'm like, what the hell is this story even trying to tell me, right? None of it makes sense, right? He choked the man out and it took him 9 minutes to die. Okay. He had to hold him down that long or something too, right? So usually if they're holding you down, you're doing something to resist arrest, right? And in that process of resisting arrest, he's trying to get the guy to listen to him and let him cuff him. And once he's cuffed, right, and he can get him into a vehicle, right, he'll usually stop the technique as well to restrain him, right? A choke is a restraining technique, right? To get someone to comply because they're not compliant. Now, if you're lasting 9 minutes, which is 3 times or 9 times more than the average human being can even breathe underwater, right? Two things are wrong. The story itself don't make sense to me, right? And the victimology of the person and what you're saying happened to him took that long. Right. And I don't understand all that. It's like with COVID, right? All you got to do is stay away from anyone coughing and you should be fine, right? At least 6 feet away. Or you're just stupid. But again, as long as no one's really coughing, right, you ain't got to worry about it either. I don't need a mask. But I'll wear one if it makes you comfortable or you want to hurt me for not having a mask. Right? Or get me in trouble for not having a mask. Why? I don't know. I've never had a fever. My temperature never went up. The whole time this stuff is going on, right? And that's the first sign you have any infection, is you get a fever. You give me fever. We're gonna touch you. Fever all through the night. Girl, they see Sinatra. Not a bad scene saw there either. And it's kind of a blend of androgyny. Because I'm a male, I don't sound me close to Nancy's range, right? But still make it sound good, right? Almost like it could be Nancy herself, but I don't even know the woman, right? Either, right? What's that called? Impersonation, right? I heard her version of that song, right, on the radio, probably, right? And I learned to sing like her, not knowing anything about her personally, but that's how I was learned to sing in school, right? Listen and repeat, right? What you hear back to the person singing to you, right? That's why I can teach you music from the radio under educational purposes, and you can't do shit about it because it's legal fair use, right? If you are, you're breaking that law. And then you want to argue about it, right? Well, I have rights too, right? YouTube, right? I have rights to teach music, right? I have right to educate people in how I learned to do this at home, right? Even if you can do it too, you're not trying to teach people. You're trying to lord over them about it. I'm saying just about anybody can probably do this if they're listening, right? Not just me. Not just you. Well, the problem is most people don't want to listen, right? And so that becomes an issue. All right.